Okay, here are the supplies that I'm recommending for my beginning drawing class with charcoal. I'm going to give you the reasons why, so if you can't find these exact things, you'll know why I chose them and can make an informed decision. Basically, I tried to keep it as simple as possible with everything you could find locally, or at least that I can find locally here in good old Como. So, first things first, paper, just newsprint. Don't want you to get anything you're too attached to at first because you'll be afraid to mess it up, and we want to feel free to make mistakes. Second, the charcoal. This kit, there's several here, or several there at Michael's. This has a couple of pencils. It's got some compressed charcoal, some fine charcoal, and a nice big chunk of kneaded eraser. Very handy thing to have. Does not have the sharpener. I don't like those little sharpeners they come with. They don't work on these pencils. I will show you the supplies I use to sharpen. Another thing is charcoal white, which really is not charcoal at all. This one did come with a pencil sharpener, it's General's, but that's all right. I will find something to do with it eventually. This is a stick of white pastel. This is a new pastel brand. Last I saw, you could pick up the smallest Prismacolor set. If not, they do have little, I think it's the Artist Loft brand. They might have a General's brand of just white charcoal sticks. So again, keeping with the locally accessible, easy to get a hold of theme. Another thing you need, and I will have this package in class, these are just bamboo cooking skewers. And we'll use this to measure out and get, straight lines, well, as much as this is straight, but you know what I mean. So, well, I'll show you how to use this as, help you find alignments. Blending, I don't do a whole lot of blending with these stumps. These are the stumps, not the tortillons or the little rolled paper ones. So they're a little more durable. You see this one I've had for a while. I don't sharpen them because it tends to destroy them. But you could always use it on a bit of sandpaper. But speaking of sandpaper and sharpening, I've got two options for you here. This is something I got from the hardware store. It's just a sanding sponge. The good thing about this is that when it gets all clogged up, I'm having trouble getting it out. When it gets clogged up, you can take it over the sink, rinse it out, dry it off, and keep going. So I will use this just to get a point on a pencil, on a stick. If you want it, a second option that I just discovered that I think I'm liking a little better is drywall screen. Again, hardware store, great place for art supplies. With this, what I did is, this is a little pastel box that I got and I saved, and then I took a piece of drywall screen and bent it and folded it until it got into here, and then what I'll do is I'll just take and drag this across there, and it sharpens really quickly. Works really good on the soft things. I tried it with graphite. It doesn't work there, but what happens is all that falls through. And this one obviously isn't a dust-proof box, but it was what I had on hand. Again, easily accessible, minimal output is the... last but not least is a way to, on the pencils, peel back that wood carefully. You could use a flat, straight blade. I like to use these breakaway blades because then it retracts and I don't have to worry about stabbing myself when I reach in my box. So I'll show you how to use these. I might even make a video of it if you'd like. And I'll use that to gently peel away the wood, exposing the soft either charcoal or white charcoal lead, and then I'll sharpen it to a better point on the screen or on this sanding sponge. Last but not least, fixative. And I tried to go to Michael's and get a can of that final fixative, but then they were out of it, which gave me pause to stop and think, well, silly, if we're keeping with easily accessible, and since this is not archival, newsprint is prone to aging, which depending on your point of view can be a good or bad thing. So as far as fixative, if you have fixative on hand, like I've got Spectrafix, this Degas fixative, which is wonderful, works great on charcoal. However, if you don't have that, again going with the easiest and starting from scratch, if you don't have fixative but you do have hairspray, I got this for Halloween, and this is what I'm going to be using just to give a little fix to whatever I put down on the newsprint, just to keep it from smearing quite so badly as you transport back and forth. Hairspray. So Aquanet, if you got Aquanet, go to the dollar store, get something with a pretty fine mist on it to just give a little fix to your work, your practice sheets. And let's see, that I believe is it. Paper, charcoal, got compressed, vine, pencil, white charcoal, stick for the white charcoal, kneaded eraser, some way to sharpen them, some way to fix them. And then this is an optional tool to help you with alignment. All right, and that is it. So keep it simple, easily accessible, bring what you got, and we'll go from there. And I will see you in a few weeks.